more collaborative, fairer, and sustainable partnership between Africa and France. It is crucial that we work together towards a future that is equitable, just, and environmentally conscious. If she listens, I believe we'll have beautiful days ahead in our collaboration together. If he doesn't know how to cut it, thinking he can continue to function like in the time of our grandfathers, this African youth no longer accepts it. France must make preparations for a definitive break and completely withdraw from Africa. Africa belongs to Africans, not France.
He is supposed to become the next president of Senegal. Who is Faye, the incoming president of Senegal? Let's find out.
France must make preparations for a definitive break and completely withdraw from Africa. Africa belongs to Africans, not France. She belongs to no one else. Neither China, nor the United States, nor anyone else. It is high time for France to lift its knee off our neck and put an end to this unjust oppression. Centuries of misery, human trafficking, colonization, and neocolonization have caused immeasurable suffering. It's time to put an end to this cycle of oppression. It's high time for France to leave us alone. It's time for France to take a cue from its European neighbors and learn a valuable lesson in independence. Germany is the leading economic power in Europe, significantly surpassing France, which is ranked as the third or fourth largest economic power globally. Germany does not exploit any country, any colony. I can mention Italy, I can mention Spain, who had colonies before, but who do not exploit anyone, who do not interfere, who do not impose leaders in their former colonies. On what grounds does France believe it can continue to impose leaders on us and make choices on our behalf? This must come to an end. And the emerging Africa, the African youth, the African elites, and the African diaspora all stand united in saying no, it cannot continue any longer. France's hypocrisy is evident and pervasive in daily life. Let's examine the cases of Mali and Chad as prime examples of this hypocrisy. In Chad, where the constitutional process has been interrupted, France applauded and its president visited to officially consecrate the new king's coronation ceremony. In Mali, where it is not the constitutional process that has been interrupted, but the transition process, France has condemned and even packed up its things to say that it is leaving Mali. That's hypocrisy. It's the double standard. It is the double language that France employs in its dealings with Africa. During our questioning of Mr. Jean-Yves Le Drian regarding the situation in Ivory Coast and France's decision to allow a third term, he provided a clear explanation. He stated that while he accepted the third term for Ouattara, he refuses it for Belarus. He emphasized that France has condemned the situation in Belarus and has actively encouraged the European Union to do the same. Le Drian explains that in Belarus, millions protested, unlike Ivory Coast, where there were no mass demonstrations on the streets. This is how France deals with African issues. Personally, we expect absolutely nothing from France. We desire her to cease meddling in our matters so that the people of Senegal can exercise their freedom of choice rather than being influenced by France's selection of a candidate using the tactics we are aware of. We begin by targeting individuals, adorning them with the Legion of Honor or a similar knightly rank, enlisting them in Masonic lodges, and informing them to prepare themselves as they will be next in line. Even the hypothesis that Macky Sall may not succeed, we know who is being prepared by France. This must come to an end. It will not occur in this manner any longer. Let's be clear. We have absolutely nothing against the French people. In France, both political and citizen voices are rising to hold and express the same discourse as the one I am currently presenting to you. For example, the deputies, such as Mrs. Frédérique Dumas, who regularly speaks on the platform of the Assembly, who regularly writes to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, since she is a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, to raise this unfair behavior of France towards Africa, hold the same speech as us. The same Mr. Jean-Luc Mélenchon, Jean-Paul Lecoq, Andre Chassagne, all deputies, hold the same discourse as us, and hundreds of other voices. The NGO endures. Like other non-profit organizations, are doing remarkable work in the same direction. We strongly urge France to listen to the voices that speak to it about our plan for a more collaborative, fairer, and sustainable partnership between Africa and France. It is crucial that we work together towards a future that is equitable, just, and environmentally conscious. If she listens, I believe we'll have beautiful days ahead in our collaboration together. If he doesn't know how to cut it, thinking he can continue to function like in the time of our grandfathers, this African youth no longer accepts it. France must make preparations for a definitive break and completely withdraw from Africa. Africa belongs to Africans, not France.
Faye has been thrust into the center of Senegalese politics more than a week after he was released from prison along with his firebrand mentor, Ousmane Sonko, who was disqualified from standing in the election because of a defamation conviction. The 44-year-old leader contested the election as an independent due to the dissolution of his Patriots of Senegal party last year July for causing unrest. The PASTEF party, which was founded by Sonko in 2014, endorsed Faye. The left-wing populist has been organizing protests against President Macky Sall, accusing his government of corruption and failing to address chronic poverty. Sall's decision to extend the elections, originally scheduled for February, triggered the latest round of political crisis. The elections were held after the intervention of the Constitutional Court. Faye was born in 1980 in West Central Senegal in Diagiano. He met Sonko while working as a tax inspector in the Government Taxes and Estate Department, where they were instrumental in the formation of the labor union. In April 2023, Faye was arrested on charges including spreading false news, contempt of court, and defamation of a constituted body for a social media post. Sonko was arrested on multiple charges in July 2023, including provoking insurrection, conspiring with terrorist groups, endangering state security, and immoral behavior towards individuals younger than 21. Faye, alongside Sonko, was released late on March 14, days before the vote, after an amnesty law was passed this month. Faye, a former tax inspector, has pledged to weed out corruption, restore stability, and prioritize economic sovereignty, appealing to the urban youth frustrated by unemployment in the West African country, where 60% of the population is aged under 25. He wants to rid Senegal of the CFA franc inherited from the colonial era, which is pegged to the euro. He proposes introducing a new currency instead. The CFA franc, backed by the French Treasury, is accepted in 14 member countries. Additionally, he wishes to renegotiate mining and hydrocarbon contracts. The country is expected to start hydrocarbon production this year. The biggest challenge for the new leader would be to address the more than 20% unemployment rate. We hope Faye succeed, and we hope Senegal succeed. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like and share. Until next time, have a good one.